So for reflection number 3, the question was, have you ever had to sell an unpopular idea to coworkers or classmates, and how did you do it? So yes, in my past experiences, I have been able to sell an unpopular idea to others. During my 12th year in high school, my school was also celebrating its 50th anniversary, which was a big event. My grade 12 drafting class had the privilege of designing a monument to be built that was going to be faced at the front of the school. The class agreed on building a Viking ship to go along with our Viking mascot. The main problem was that we did not know how to go about designing the actual Viking and the details into building it. As the leader of the team, I suggested the idea of just building the Viking ship in the form of a skeleton frame. My classmates weren't very fond of the idea, and no one wanted to do that because they didn't like the idea of building half of a ship. Majority of my classmates wanted to build a full covered Viking ship. I knew I had to convince them so we could fulfill the project. In order to convince my classmates, I designed prototypes on the computer and rendered the type of materials that would be used to build the Viking ship, both my way and their way. I showed my classmates the prototypes and calculated total prices, including materials that would be used. There was a drastic difference in prices between the two, with my idea being the cheapest since it required less material. Since we were using the school's funding to build the ship, the classmates' version was way over budget, and my version was closer to the budget. Some of my classmates were convinced, but not all of them. Next, I asked the woodworking teacher at the high school on how long it would take to prepare and finish my version of the ship versus my classmates' version. The teacher stated my classmates' versions would take too long and wouldn't be able to be completed for the date of the 50th anniversary. Another technique I used to persuade in using my idea was that I took the time to create a sketch of my version and went around to different classrooms and grades and asked how many students liked the idea and asked for their feedback on it. I then took the gathered evidence to support my reasoning. In the end, they all were convinced by my valid reasons supporting why my version is the best choice. I had to give all dead ends to my classmates' idea to show that their idea was way out of reach for us to accomplish successfully.